Good morning, June 19th, 2020. This morning, I want to talk a little bit about the protesters, the violence. Things got out of hand again last night in Columbus. Protesters were blocking streets and not allowing traffic to go down them. And it wasn't like the height of violence, but it was on the edge. And more than that, I think right now, philosophically, we all need to look at some concepts that make us humans, make us strong humans, and make us weak humans. Philosophically speaking, in existentialism, which examines human essence and then existence in the world as we're placed in it or become in it, evolve in it. The first concept in philosophy is take care of yourself. The philosopher Nietzsche, of course, tells us the world is a will to power and nothing more, and that the individual human self is the strongest self. Schopenhauer, his professor, would have agreed, as well as many who disagreed with those two. Hegel would agree, Jaspers, Russian existentialist Dostoevsky, Kafka, Camus, so many of the existentialists would agree that without individual self to think and guide you, you are askew. And the opposite of individual self would be group mentality, group behavior, herd mentality, where people group together with like-minded people, which is good, really, but if a number of them are violent or have a lot of hatred, it can make it worse. The reality is people need to step back and see who they are, what self they are. Are they comfortable in their own skin? I don't think people are comfortable in their own skin anymore. I don't think they know themselves in any form of the word. I don't think they've really stepped out to understand who they are, what they want, and why they're a byproduct of their needs and desires, and whether that helps them or hurts them. It seems there's almost no reflection here. These people are grouped together, want to do violence, think they're right, think they're going to win, and in reality, at the end of the day, they're just going to lose. The minority of any protest is usually, violent. It happens. Minority's very vocal, which is good in some ways because the minority needs to be heard. These people have a right to protest, but you don't have a right to disrupt the society, to incite to riot, to yell fire in a crowded theater or induce panic. And the media has been guilty of this for a long time. The reality is we got a movement in the United States to dismantle the U.S., but the vast majority of us do our jobs every day and go to work. That's what has to happen. When you're born into America, as a citizen of the United States, you have to work. It's explicit. You got to do and give part of yourself to the greater whole of humanism in America, humanity. That's part of it. You got to share your skills and gifts with the others and get paid for it. Probably not enough. Get paid enough. We understand what that's like to be dreadfully underpaid, like a professor or a teacher who shape our children's lives, who can't think right now for themselves. They're uncomfortable in their skin. They don't know their self. They don't see and recognize their own being in nature. Being a member of the herd is a weak position. Suddenly you're interdependent on the others. The world is a will to power and nothing more. Nietzsche was right about that part. He may not have been right about some of it, but he was right about that part. And unless you're an individual that sees, knows, and recognizes yourself in your own skin as you're born, a man or a woman, in reality, not some fantasy world that's not based in facts and logic, this world that you're living in foolishness will bring an end to many and a demise to your cause. The vast majority of Americans care about life and enjoy their life, are trying to live happy lives. And the vast majority of Americans are armed to the teeth, especially in states like Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and so many others, coast to coast. Y'all take care of yourselves. We don't want to go to guns on this. Somebody better be smart. Take care, y'all. Peace out.